Hello everybody, happy 2016, happy new year everybody. Thank you for joining me for another weekly reading, our first reading of the new year. This week I am using one of the decks I was gifted with this holiday season. This was given to me for my birthday actually, because my birthday is on New Year's Eve. And these, I just love these cards. It's not a tarot deck, it's more of an oracle deck. It's called the Infinity Cards, but it also has this on the side. It says Yoga Philosophy Cards. It's an independent deck that was made in Toronto in 2004 by this gentleman, Tony Molesworth. And I'm telling you, it's just blowing my mind. I just love it. I just love this deck. So I knew I needed to use it this week. So, as per usual, I have already shuffled, but I'm going to do another quick toss and draw 3 cards that will represent work, love and relationships, and health in that order. And this deck comes with a tiny little book that has interpretations of each card on them, which I will read to you, but I will also give you whatever thoughts come to me from these cards. So I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. I'm sure you will. They are really, really unique and just beautiful. I mean, they're so colorful and psychedelic and just fun, you know. They're really, really nice. So I knew I had to use them this week. So I hope you guys are all rested up from your vigorous holiday partying and ready to greet the new year. Let's see what the new year holds in store for us. Okay, so for work, it's going to be, I found these cards at a used bookstore called Seekers here in Toronto, by the way. Very, very lucky find. Okay, so there is our work card. Next card is going to be love and relationships. By the way, stay tuned because I got several decks for Christmas and my birthday, and I will be showing you all of them. I also ordered another one that is extremely special. It's a collector's deck. I don't plan to use it for readings, but I'm so looking forward to getting it. I've wanted it for a very long time, and it's coming in the mail. So look for 8 tarot reveals and reviews or first impressions coming up shortly. So love and relationships. Okay, that is going to be this card. And lastly, health. Okay, health. There we go. All right. So let us see what these have to say to us. Okay, so for work, we got strength. Okay. And let me just move this back as usual. I'm going to have to fiddle a little bit. Sorry, guys. Okay, there you go. You get a nice view here. Let me just move the camera a tad. So, strength. Okay, so I'll just give you my impressions right off the bat. Pretty self-explanatory. What this card is saying to us is that we're going to have to be strong this week at work. Either maybe with the way we come across, not aggressive strong, but firm, I guess would be a better word to use. Like, say, if somebody is sort of palming all their work off on you and, you know, it's unfair, or, you know, you need to stand up for yourself in some respect this week at work. I think that's what this card may be indicating. Okay, we've got the weights here. Could also indicate maybe, maybe you're feeling a little bit run down, you know, maybe you have a cold or something like that, or the flu, or, you know, you're just tired out from the holidays, from all the festivities. It could be that, and you could be feeling a lack of strength. I'm getting that could be what this is referring to as well. Let me see what it says in the little book here. It's interesting because each one of these cards, why is that not... Oh, here it is. Okay, each one of these cards has a spiritual, a mental, and a physical interpretation to it. Let me just look at this for a second. Yeah, spiritual, mental, and physical aspects to it. Okay, so here is the spiritual interpretation from the book. True strength comes from submitting the little strength of the ego to the great strength and will of spirit. True innocence is strength. Spirit is stronger than matter, and mind, with its superconscious power behind your will, anything is possible. Yeah, so that's another thing. You might need to really amp up your game if you really want to, you know, get a promotion or get the kind of a job you want, or, you know, get your business off the ground. You need to exert your strength. You need to put your power behind it and really put all your energy behind it and really follow through with it. That could be another meaning. Here's the mental interpretation. Holding on to and living the principles of righteousness with strength of mind, conviction, equanimity, single-mindedness, free of anger and past hurts and false desires. Holding the positive, transcending fear with love. So I think that kind of goes more along with what I was saying about how you might need to assert yourself at work. You know, stand up for yourself, not in an aggressive, hostile, negative way, but in a firm, you know, fair way. Like, say, this is, you know, this is how I feel about the situation and I want to bring it to your attention, kind of thing. And physical, it says, strength through allegiance of ideas of others is an ego strength. It is tiny and weak. So it seeks to collect ideas that it holds up with others of the same mindset, giving it the feeling of strength through allegiance. Physical strength used for good is honorable, but the body used for show and pride is weakness. Okay, I don't think that really relates to work. But it could also be saying, you know, there is a tendency of others to kind of gang up in their strength in numbers kind of thing. To put a positive spin on that, if there has been some kind of issue that you wanted to raise at work, you might want to get together with a few of your coworkers who feel the same way and kind of band together as strength in numbers and maybe bring it to your supervisor, bring it to your manager, your boss, whoever. Again, not in an aggressive or hostile way, but in a productive, you know, kind of, you know, positive way, right? Like, just say we have these suggestions, we think this would help things, the way things run around here. And if you're unemployed, again, you may need to really use your moxie to get going in your job search, or when you go on interviews and when you send out emails and resumes. You want to put forth your best image possible and not be aggressive, but be very, very confident, okay? So that is what we are getting for work. Let's see what we get for love and relationships. Memory. Ooh, this is interesting. Isn't that beautiful? These infinity symbols are repeated very often in this deck, and always in this pattern. There's an upright one and a one that's kind of on its side. Actually, that's the way this symbol is usually seen, so I guess that one would be sideways. But anyway, these are seen repeatedly. Let me just bring this forward so you can see. Isn't that cool? So memory. So what I am getting from this card, my impressions of it is, you may be remembering somebody in your past, somebody who you used to be in a relationship with. You may be going back over, if a relationship has dissolved, you may be going back over certain occurrences in your mind and you know, reliving them, whether good or bad. That's another thing that could be going on here. But what I'm really getting from this card is kind of a nostalgic feel. It's like you're kind of reminiscing about somebody in your past. And this could be whether you're committed or whether you're single, okay? So you're reminiscing about somebody, you're thinking about them, and either really missing them or just kind of missing those days when you were in a relationship with them, okay? Let me look it up in the book and see what it says. Okay, memory. So here's the spiritual interpretation. It says, you have forgotten the memory of your true nature. You are a part of the Great Spirit. It remembers you and waits for you to do likewise. That's interesting. Okay, so maybe there's a part of yourself that you have lost in your relationship. Either if you're in a committed relationship, this card may be saying there's a part of you that has been kind of lost. Maybe you've been giving your all to this relationship and excluding other things, other interests, or other things about yourself. You've been putting all your energy into your relationship, and perhaps you've been ignoring yourself. And so this card may be drawing your attention to that. And if you're single, it could also be the same as searching for somebody. You're so intent on searching for somebody and finding somebody new that you're forgetting yourself. You're forgetting that you are really your own best friend. And, you know, you're neglecting certain parts of yourself in favor of wanting to be in a relationship, okay? Or again, if you're committed, you're neglecting parts of yourself because you are in a relationship, and you're kind of letting that become your sole focus. So that could be what this card is drawing your attention to. The mental interpretation says, memory can be used to remember now. It is not just for the past. Remembering the now which is free of past and future projections and memories, there a remembrance of your true nature exists. So again, to me, that's kind of reiterating, remembering who you are, not focusing so much on other people, on your significant other or family members or friends, but really kind of focusing on who you are. And that's the perfect kind of energy to come into the new year with, is really focusing on who you are and what you want to accomplish this year, what you want to manifest, and what you want to happen for you this year. Physical interpretation says, physical memory, skills, instinct, muscle memory habits are part of your unconscious and subconscious mind. These can be developed by willpower and desire. So again, if you're single, I think this really applies to you. If you're single and you really want to manifest your partner, the partner that you want, focus on, visualize that person. What would they look like? And also think about the qualities you would like them to have. What kind of a person would they be? And really, really picture them, and spend a lot of time doing this, not just kind of haphazardly or, as a second thought. Do it as a real kind of exercise, and imagine that perfect person in your life and visualize them, and maybe look back on past relationships and think about what did not work in those relationships, so you know what kind of person you want to avoid, right? And also possibly look back on memories of very good relationships and the qualities that you really enjoyed, and focusing on bringing that into your future relationships, okay? So let's see what we get for health. And that is wisdom. Wow. This is a really Egyptian looking card to me. It reminds me of those, staffs that the pharaohs carry. And again, that pattern is repeated, right? So wisdom. So what this card is saying to me is that you need to use your inner wisdom as regarding your health this week. So if you've been plagued by certain physical problems, if there's been a certain aspect of your health that you want to improve, you need to use your wisdom to do that. So look back on things that have worked for you in the past. And again, like the relationship card, look back and see what worked and what didn't. So, if you've been trying to lose weight, if you've been trying to exercise to get fitter, if you've been trying to meditate and take time out and relax to improve your health, and none of those are working, you need to kind of figure out another way. You need to really tune in to your intuition and your inner wisdom and ask yourself, okay, what can I do? What do I think I can do this year to really work on improving my health? What do I really want to accomplish? How much weight do I want to lose? What kind of shape do I want to be in? What do I want to look like? Again, visualize yourself. Visualize yourself in your ideal form, okay, however you want to look. And how do you think would be the best, healthiest way to get there? Not following any kind of diet fads or exercise fads, or, joining an expensive gym necessarily, unless you have money to do that. If you want to do that, that's up to you. But you know what I mean? Just tune into what has worked for you in the past and what you instinctively know will work for you. What foods do you find make you feel crappy, and what foods do you find energize you and make you feel good, okay? You need to tap into all those clues that your body gives you. And also when you exercise, what exercise really makes you feel good? What do you enjoy doing? What really makes you feel invigorated after you do it? That kind of thing. You need to tap into that inner wisdom. So let me look at the book. So here's the spiritual interpretation. It says, true wisdom does not come from time-based learning, but from direct communion with the creator of time, space, and all that is. Its wisdom is far above that of the mortal mind. So this card is really telling you to tap into what the universe is telling you. So definitely meditate, okay? Set aside some time this week. I know I always say this to you. I always say this to you guys, but definitely take time out this week to meditate and tap into that universal energy that is sending you so much information. It's all around you. You just need to be able to access it, okay? There's things that are coming at you all the time, all right? So, take some time to meditate, relax, reflect, be quiet, be alone, find a quiet place where nobody will bother you for at least 10, 20 minutes a day, okay? And take some time to just, relax and let let the universe send you the messages it wants to send you, because it's sending you stuff all the time. All right. The mental interpretation says, wisdom can be accumulated through study and application of teachings, but it only becomes perfected or matured when the teaching has led to the direct experience of the divine within. Pursuit of worldly wisdom leads to worldly experiences which end. Spiritual wisdom leads to everlasting life. So this is really telling you that what I'm really getting from that is that, yeah, it's great to look great. It's great to look good on the physical level, you know, to have your body looking the way you want it to and looking as attractive as you want to be. But the bottom line is your spiritual health is really the most important thing. It's what is always with you. It's what never changes. Your spiritual self is infinite. Okay, it's always there. It's been there with you through many lifetimes. And it will continue to be with you, you know, so that's what you really need to kind of focus on, I think this card is saying. And then physical, the body is a tool used by the spirit, channeled through the mind for the sake of service to all people, transcending limited dogmas, and can be universally applied. So, okay, let me just look at that for a moment. Spirit channeled through the mind for the sake of service to all people. Okay, so you know what I'm getting from that? Is that it might be telling you that you can use your body this week to serve in service to other people. So you might want to do some volunteering. And that would also be good for your spiritual self, you know. The great satisfaction that comes from doing something selflessly for other people, for helping other people. So you might want to volunteer. You might want to help out somewhere. And as a result, you could be more active, more physically active. And that's really good for your body too. So in addition to, I should say, paying attention to your spiritual self and meditating and listening to all the messages that are coming to you from the universe, also use your physical self to help other people, and it's going to make you feel amazing. It's going to make you feel wonderful, okay? So, very, very interesting. I love these cards. I don't know about you guys, but I love them. Let me just take a final glance and see what else comes to me. I'm going to zoom in a tad. So we've got these two repeating patterns in these cards here. The weights kind of resemble that symbol, but these are very, very reminiscent of each other. So we've got two repeating patterns there. We've got strength, memory, and wisdom. So those are all going to be key components of our first week of 2016. So in your work life, you need to apply your strength, whether that means asserting yourself, speaking your mind, maybe banding together with other people that you work with in order to achieve a common goal in a productive way, not in a troublemaking, shit disturbing way, but in a productive, a way that is helpful to everybody. Okay. And if you're unemployed and you're looking for work, you need to really, really step it up this week. You need to really, really assert yourself and be confident, not aggressive, but confident, and really get out there and tout your skills and send out those resumes, send out those emails. Tell the employers out there how lucky they would be to have you as an employee. Okay. Tell them what you have to offer them, and don't be shy about it. Talk about your skills, talk about your strengths, and tell them why they would be a benefit to their company. Or if you're wanting to start your own business, again, put ads online, start up a new website, and, make it, communicate your strengths and your skills, and that will come across to people who see it. Okay. Now for our relationships this week, memory is going to be playing a part. So you could be reminiscing about somebody from your past, whether you're committed or whether you are single. And also you might want to look back on things that have worked in your relationships and what may be holding you back. You want to reminisce about that as well and see if there are improvements that can be made, what could be done, looking back on prior things. And I think I said also you could be also focusing too much on another person, the other person in the relationship. Either if you're committed, you're focusing too much on that other person, or if you're single, you're focusing too much on the search and you're neglecting yourself. You're forgetting about yourself, okay? So don't neglect yourself. Pay some attention to yourself. Give yourself some love this week, okay? You should always be giving yourself love, but I think this card is saying especially to do that this week. And for health, we have the wisdom card. So this is saying there's lots of information around you that's coming at you that can give you clues and ways on how to improve your health. Look back again, meditate, and think about what worked for you in the past. How do you feel? How does your body feel when you eat certain foods, when you do certain activities? You know, when you don't get enough sleep, how do you feel? Think about all these things and how they sort of culminate and accumulate and affect your health. And if there are improvements that can be made, you know, tap into that experience that you've had, all that wisdom you've acquired, okay? And also you might want to use your physical body to get out there and help other people, because that would also really, really, it's really good for your spiritual health to help people and know that you are, you know, doing something selflessly and doing something out of love for other people that you don't even know. That's pretty much the highest love that there is, right? So anyway, I guess that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy this deck as much as I do. You're probably going to be seeing it a lot. And as I said, look for those other videos that are coming up about all my new decks. You're going to have lots to see. And especially that new one that's coming in. I cannot wait. It is just so amazing, and I can't wait to show it to you. Okay, so guys, Happy New Year. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to my regular subscribers, and thank you to all my new subscribers. If you want to contact me, I'll put all my info in the description box below. This is a long video. It's going on 17 minutes. Anyway, I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.